Hey, Moors. Trying to set up my Instagram thing. Let's see. We can go live on Instagram now. Can y'all hear me okay? Let's see. All right. Well, we've got a few people on there now. So I think I'm going to go ahead and begin. Thank you guys for joining me in this little worship session that I've got going on. Essentially what this time is going to be is I'm going to be singing a few songs, and you can sing with me if you want. I can't hear you, but hopefully you can hear me. And essentially, since we can't meet together physically and worship together, I thought, we've got the internet. At least we can worship digitally. So here I am. And this first song we're going to do is one that we've done before as a youth group. It's Psalm 46, Lord of Hosts. And I think this song is just really applicable right now to our situation, just as, the world is in a sort of pandemic freak out mode, as I'll call it. We have the Lord, and he is with us, and he tells us that he's with us and that his presence is not going to leave us. But in fact, he's here, and he's not letting us be abandoned and try to figure things out on our own. So it's going to be Lord of Hosts. So if you want to look up the words on your phone or another device, or if you happen to know the words, then sing right along. I don't have the fancy ability to have the words be on the screens, as Aaron and the other members of Christ Baptist do. But can still be a great time of worship, and let's get things started with singing. This is Psalm 46, Lord of Hosts. Oh, come, behold the works of God, the nations at his feet. He breaks the bow and bends the spear and tells the wars to cease. O mighty one of Israel, you are on our side. We put our faith in God who burns the chariots with fire. Lord of hosts, you're with us in the fire, with us as a shelter, with us in the storm. You will lead us through the fiercest battle. Oh, where else would we go but with the Lord of hosts? Oh, God of Jacob, fierce and great, you lift your voice to speak. The earth it bows and all the mountains move into the sea. Oh Lord, you know the hearts of men, and still you let them live. Oh God who burns Oh God who makes the mountains melt, come wrestle us and win. Lord of hosts, you're with us in the fire, with us as a shelter, with us in the storm. You will lead us through the fiercest battle. Oh, where else would we go but with the Lord of hosts? Through the ocean, you are the Lord of all, the one who calms the wind and waves and makes my heart be still. Though the earth gives way, the oceans roar, the mountains move into the sea, I know my God is in control. Though oceans roar, you are the Lord of all, the one who calms the wind and waves and makes my heart be still. Though the earth gives way, the mountains move into the sea, the nations rage, I know my God is in control. Yes, he is. Lord of hosts, you're with us in the fire, with us as a shelter, with us in this storm. You will lead us through the fiercest battle. Oh, where else would we go with the Lord of A passage that's been on my mind for the last few days has been Psalm 23, verse 4. It says, "Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me." And this has been, I think, really just reflective and applicable to just our world today that is so full of fear and worry. And as I said, in a pandemic freak out mode. And essentially, the coronavirus, COVID-19, has done so much more than just irritate our plans and mess up our schedules. But in fact, it's forced the world to reconcile the fact that it is not in control, but the Lord is in control. And the world doesn't want to hear that. But for us, as a spider gets in my face, for us as Christians, we take comfort in the fact that we're not in control, that we don't plan everything and see things as they ought to be, or make things the way that we think they should be. But the Lord is in control. The Lord is the one who holds all things together by His power. And as Psalm 23 talks about our relationship with Him, as He is the good shepherd, we are the sheep. He is the one that is in control. He takes care of His sheep. He is what we call the good shepherd. And so one way that He comforts us is with His presence, with the fact that He is with us, as we just sang in Psalm 46. And, some of us are going through some trials right now, or really the world is going through a lot of trials, whether that is with the coronavirus, whether we have it or we know someone who has it, or know someone who knows someone who has it, or maybe there's some other, trial that we're going through right now in the midst of all this chaos and confusion. The Lord wants us to know that we're not alone, that He is with us, that He is with us fighting our battles alongside of us, that we're not just alone and abandoned, but He is with us. And essentially, Jesus is the ultimate story of how God, since we now have a restored relationship with the Father through the blood of Jesus Christ. And He says, you are no longer slaves to sin. You are no longer abandoned. You're not forsaken to figure out life on your own and live within sin, but rather He has taken us and adopted us into His family and says, I am with you through this time and now and for always. And so as we think about this awesome God that we serve, there's a song that I've wanted to introduce to the youth group for quite a while now called Another in the Fire. And essentially it's just like Psalm 46, just like we just sang. Essentially, it's just a testimony of how the Lord is with us and that we're not alone, whatever the trial may be, whatever time we see ourselves in, He is present with us. He is active. He is working. He is not, just abandoning us to figure things out on our own, but He loves us and He is with us. So this is Another in the Fire by Hillsong United. Hopefully you've had a chance to look at this in the email we sent earlier, but if you haven't, then that's fine. But this is how the song goes, and it's been a great comfort for me to just listen to the song and the words. There's a grace when the heart is under fire. Another way when the walls are closing in. And when I think of the space between where I used to be and this reckoning, I know I will never be alone. There was another in the fire standing next to me. There was another in the waters holding back the seas. And should I ever need reminding of how I've been set free, there is another in the fire. Oh, all my dad left for dead beneath the waters. I'm no longer a slave to my sin anymore. And should I fall in the space between what remains of me and this reckoning, either way I won't bow to the ways of this world. I know I'll never be alone. There is another in the fire standing next to me. There is another in the waters holding back the seas. Should I ever need reminding of how I've been set free, there is a cross that bears the burden where another died for me. There is another in the fire. Oh, there is another in the fire. Oh, and I can see the light and the darkness. As the darkness bows to him, I can feel the roar in the heavens. As the space between where it's thin, I can feel the ground shake beneath us. As the prison walls cave in, nothing stands between us. Nothing stands between us. There is no other name than the. Should I look at the space between what remains unseen and this reckoning, I know I will never be alone. Let's do that again. There is no other name than the name that is Jesus. He who was and still is and will be through it all. So come what may in the space between what remains unseen and this reckoning, either way I won't bow to the ways of this world. And I know I will never be alone. There is another in the fire standing next to me. There is another power set me free. There is a grave that holds nobody. Now the power lives in me. And I can see the light and the darkness. As the darkness bows to him, I can hear the roar in the heavens. As the space between where it's thin, I can feel the ground shake beneath us. As the prison walls cave in, nothing stands between us. Nothing stands between us. There'll be another in the fire standing next to me. There'll be another in the waters holding back the seas. And should I ever need reminding how good you've been to me, I'll count the joy come every battle, 'cause I know that's where you'll be. I'll count the joy come every battle, 'cause I know that's where you'll be. I'll count the joy come every battle, 'cause I know that's where you'll be. I'll count the joy come every battle, 'cause I know that's where you'll be. Indeed, he is with us. So I'm going to open it up to a time of song requests. If you have a song that you'd like for me to lead us in, feel free to comment that in the comment section of the chat. Looks like we have one for Living Waters. Let's see. Look that up real quick. I like Living Waters. I mean, obviously, I'm the one that introduced that to the youth group, so I guess I kind of have to like it. But that's a good reminder that, You know, our life on earth is not, you know, based on how like we live or the way that we see fit, but that we live under the authority of Jesus, and that is the one that we go to. He is our living water. Let's see. Also, it may look like it. I haven't memorized all these songs. I have some of the words pulled up here on Planning Center next to everything here, though I know I did mess up a few times. Let's see. Living Waters. Oh, wait, I don't want that one. That's one thing about having a slow Wi-Fi out here is that you click something and then it takes a while and then you realize you've messed up. So how has everyone's isolation today been? You all been up to doing anything? No problem on the mess ups. Thank you all, Morris. Aaron did nothing and it was great. Let's see. Huh, it won't load. So I'm going to try to do Living Waters as I remember it, which I know is probably just verse 1. But also, depending on how many requests we get, I won't be able to do the whole songs of either. But we'll be on for a few minutes more, and then I'll let y'all continue with your evening. Are you thirsty? Are you empty? Come and drink these living waters. Forgot the rest of the verse. Well, that was Living Waters, verse 1. If I can get this to work, it'll... If it doesn't work out tonight, Moors, I'll lead us in that song next week, because I like that song. Let's see. Pilar, my family is doing good. Ashley and my mom are out and about right now, and my dad is grocery shopping for whatever toilet paper is left. So I'm here just playing guitar. How are the Johnsons doing? Oh, wow. Jacob went mountain biking. Which mountain did you bike, Jacob? Staples has toilet paper? Really? Interesting. Okay, I don't know why Planning Center is not letting me upload songs, or look at the chords, rather. So I'm sorry for the delay here. This was supposed to go a lot smoother than it is. I'll try looking up Only a Holy God. I'm pretty sure who said that. Jeff. Jeff said Only a Holy God. I'll look that one up. And if it doesn't work out, then I'll go ahead and finish this session. And then next week, I'll do the requests that have been mentioned. And hopefully, Planning Center will work next week. Let's see. Only Holy God. No, the background is real. That is the sky. The Lord made that behind me, and I also have been made by God, and I'm not fake. So, for those on Instagram, Jeff asked or thought that the screen behind me was fake, but it's just the sky. Okay, this is not uploading. Okay, well, sorry that this is not as smooth as I would like it to be. I'll take the requests I've been mentioning in the chats, and I'll learn them from next week. And if you have any other requests, feel free to let me know, and I'll do them next week as well, or in following weeks. So thank you all for joining me. This has been fun. I wish that we could be all together physically in the youth room and be singing and worshiping together, but obviously that is not the case for today. But hopefully everything is going well with y'all. And I love y'all and miss y'all, and I'll see y'all next time.